Hi all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emma, and for those of you who have been here before, I'm so sorry for my absence. Life has been just crazy and busy, but thank you all so much for clicking on this video. For those of you who are new here, I'm an LPN actually working as a wellness director at an assisted living facility. Today, I wanted to share with you all some of the limitations that I have as an LPN nurse working in an ALF facility. So, if you don't know, as a wellness director, my job is to essentially manage the clinical and care aspects of the residents' day-to-day living. But in that, I also have limitations. Part because of the state that I live in, also the facility that I work in. So I wanted to preface this by saying that the scope of practice definitely depends on the facility and the state regulation. So with that being said, here are a few things that are out of my scope of practice. Number one, it's giving injections other than insulin. So by law, I can only inject insulin medications. So when it comes to B12 injections, any other injections, that is totally outside of my scope of practice. And I am required to source out those services from either home health or hospice, whoever, but I am not allowed to do that. Number two is I am not allowed to give any over-the-counter medicines to residents who are under a medication management unless they have an order from their physician. So in my facility, whatever medications we have on the cart must absolutely come from a pharmacy and they must be prescribed. So it's got to have the physician's name, their name, address, and all that. So no ibuprofen or Tylenol from over the counter. That's not allowed. So I'm not allowed to give any of that. So if there's a resident who's complaining of a major headache, if they don't have anything on the cart, unfortunately, and I have to send them out or they have to schedule an appointment with their doctors. And so family cannot bring me Tylenol from a pharmacy either, because we're not allowing that. Now, whether or not they do it outside of my supervision, that's on them. But for liability and legal purposes, we're not allowed to give anything over the counter. Thirdly is perform a full head to toe assessment. So usually if you're a floor nurse, you know your head to toe assessment looks very different from the head to toe assessments that I do. Usually during an initial move-in admission or in general, I can only do very, very basic assessment. Nothing strenuous, nothing, complete like what we're used to doing. So I can only observe, quote unquote, observe things. I cannot assess in general. It's outside of my scope of practice. Another one is provide wound care. I can only do very basic wound care like cleaning with hydrogen peroxide or applying a Band-Aid. Residents who need any further help there, I'm supposed to basically reach out to home health so that they can be admitted for further treatment if that's needed. Another one is post-mortem care. So residents who are, essentially showing signs of decline are admitted to hospice. So unless it's a sudden death, I do not perform postpartum care because technically if the resident is on hospice, once they pass, it's going to be the hospice nurse or hospice aide that would come in to help clean up the resident instead of my staff or myself. So I know this video is just very quick. For those of you who are considering this line of work or have accepted a position as wellness director, I think it's important to keep in mind that this role is heavily based on management, a lot of administrative work. and not necessarily clinical skills based. You do still need your nursing judgment, but for the most part, it's pretty hands off. And so I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please take care of yourselves. And don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what it is that you do. How are you? Let's talk. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch up on you guys on next video. All right, bye.